So now we'll go on to question number 51. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. If the United States of America were to default on its debt, holders of US Treasury bonds will not be able to exercise their claims to receive payment. So why are they actually buying bonds if they cannot exercise their claims to receive payment? That is a dumb statement. That is a wrong statement. Okay, so if statement 1 is wrong, your answer is option D. So, second statement, US government debt is not backed by any hard assets but only by the faith of the government. So, USA is the most powerful country in the world. Of course, logically it can be right. Okay, first statement is a dumb statement. Okay, so that is wrong. Moving on to question number 52. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. Syndicated lending spreads the risk of borrower default across multiple lenders. Syndicated lending. What is syndicated? Syndicate. The term syndicate itself says that is a group of people. Syndicate. Okay. So syndicated lending spreads the risk of borrower default across multiple lenders. So the term syndicate, the meaning of the word syndicate is in aligned with the idea of the statement. So this can be right. The statement should be right. The syndicated loan can be a fixed amount or lump sum of funds but cannot be a credit line. Okay, so something is added on to that statement. So a syndicated loan cannot be a credit line. It is a loan, maybe it can be a credit line. I think logically it can be a credit line also. So the statement should be wrong. Your answer is C. Okay. Question number 53. Consider the following statements in respect of digital rupee. So that is current affairs. It is a sovereign currency issued by RBI in alignment with its monetary policy. Yes, digital rupees issued by RBI. That is correct. It appears as a liability on RBI's balance sheet. Yes, digital rupee is actually is a liability on RBI's balance sheet. It's just like any other currency issued by RBI. Only difference is that it is digital in nature. So that is also correct. It is insured against inflation by its very design. It's a currency issued by RBI. It's just like any other currency, but it is just digital in nature. So are normal currencies issued by RBI insured against inflation? No, it's not insured against inflation. It's not logically possible. So digital rupee is also not insured against inflation. So this is wrong. Second statement is wrong. So if your third statement is wrong, so question statement number 4. It is a freely convertible against commercial bank money and cash. So it should be freely convertible. Only then the purpose of digital rupee will be satisfied. So digital rupee should be freely convertible just like any other money or currency the RBI issues. So that is correct. Answer should be 1, 2 and 4. Question number 54. With reference to ancient India. Okay, now we are going into history. With reference to ancient India, Gautama Buddha was generally known by which of the following epithets? So what were the names of Buddha? Nayaputta, Shakyamuni, Tathagata. Nayaputta, which means what? Son of Naya. Naya is the clan of Mahavira. So Nayaputta should be Mahavira. Okay, that is wrong. So one is wrong. Shakyamuni, yes, Shakyamuni, Shakya clan. Buddha belongs to the Shakya clan. So Shakyamuni should be Buddha. Yes, so 1 is wrong. So this option is gone. 2 is correct. So the answer is B. Tathagata. This is also right. Tathagata is also Buddha. Okay, this is actually basics. We have already learned that in our classes we have discussed that most of the ancient India question and early medieval Indian questions are sourced from Ubinder Singh's book of early ancient India and early medieval India. So this question is directly from that particular book. Answer is 2 and 3. Consider the following information. Question number 55. Archaeological site, state and its description. Chandraketu Ghat, Odisha. This is a PYQ and this is also from that particular book, Chandraketu Ghat. And this Chandraketu Ghat is also marked in NCERT. There's a map in NCERT history. This particular site is marked in that NCERT map. So is Chandraketugad in Odisha? No, it's in West Bengal. Basics of NCRT. So this is wrong. Inam Gawon, class 6 history, first chapter map. Inam Gawon is an early village. It's an alcoholic site in Maharashtra. That is correct. Mangad, Kerala, megalithic site. Mangad. South Indians might be knowing that Mangad should be, that term suggests that Mangad, that colloquially that term should suggest it should be from Kerala. And of course, southern India is famous for megalithic sites. So logically, this is correct. And if 1 and 2 is correct, your answer should be. So if 2 and 3 is correct, your answer should be B. Salihundam. It's in Andhra Pradesh, but it is not a rock cut cave shrine. Okay, rock cut cave shrines are not famous in Andhra Pradesh. This is wrong. Okay. Question number 56. Who the following rulers of medieval India gave permission to Portuguese to build a fort at Bhatkal? Okay, so you have to think logically. Permission to the Portuguese to build a fort at Bhatkal. So where is Bhatkal? Bhatkal is actually a place in southern Karnataka. Okay. So when did Portuguese arrive in India? Portuguese arrived in India in 1498. So only after 1498 or maybe after 1500s, Portuguese can build a fort in India, and especially in Karnataka region, southern Karnataka region. So if it's southern Karnataka region during 1498 or after 1498, who was ruling southern Karnataka region? It was the Vijayanagara Empire. So you can eliminate these two options. It should be Vijayanagara Empire. And we have Krishna Devaraya and Narasimha Salwa. So Narasimha Salwa, who belongs to the Salwa dynasty, he died even before 1498. Even before Portuguese arrived in India, Narasimha Salwa died. Narasimha Salwa died before 1498, even before the Portuguese arrival in India. So of course your answer should be logically Krishna Devaraya. Okay, 1510. This happened around 1510. Okay, and we already discussed this in our prelims test series discussion classes, because this particular question, Bhatkal, it was asked in one of the UPSC exams conducted in the past 2023 and 2024. Okay, so we already prepared that. Question number 57. With reference to revenue collection by Cornwallis, consider the following statement. Under the Rathwari settlement of revenue collection, okay, the peasants were exempted from revenue payment in case of bad harvest or natural calamities. So it's a good thing. During bad harvest and natural calamities, the peasants were exempted from revenue settlement. Okay, that's a good thing. But do you think that at the time of Cornwallis time period is around 1790, towards the end of the 18th century, do you think British would be in favor of this kind of things? They are not in welfare of India. They are not working in the welfare of India. They are looking for maximizing profits of British. Okay, so the statement is logically incorrect. Okay, next one. Under the permanent settlement in Bengal, if the zamindar failed to pay his revenues to the state, okay, on or before the fixed date, he would be removed from his zamindari. So if zamindar failed to pay the revenue, he would be removed from his zamindari. Is it logically possible? When you think like a British actually wanted profits. So if a zamindar is not paying revenue, he should be removed from that and someone else should be made the zamindar. So that is logically correct, and this statement should be correct. Your answer should be 2 only. Moving on to question number 58. Consider the following statements. There are no parables in Upanishads. There is a parable in Upanishad, and it is given, that parable, that story is actually given in class 6 English NCRT. You don't have to read that book, but still you should be knowing that there is one parable in Upanishad. So if they say there are no parables in Upanishad, this is the wrong one. Second one, Upanishads were composed earlier than the Puranas. Upanishads, they are part of, they were composed during the time period of Vedas, okay, later period. So Upanishads, Puranas, when was Puranas composed? You should be knowing the time period of these kind of things. Puranas were composed from 3rd century to 10th century. Okay, so the Puranas are later additions of Vedas. Later additions, not of Vedas, later additions. Okay, so Upanishads were composed earlier than the Puranas is logically correct. So your answer is option B, 2 only. Question number 59. Consider the following statements. India is a member of International Grains Council. So it's a council related to food grains, as the name suggests. Is India a member of International Grains Council? India is one of the largest producer of food grains. So if there is an International Grain Council, one of the largest producer of food grains should be logically a member of that. Nothing wrong in that. That is correct. A country needs to be a member of the International Grains Council for exporting or importing rice and wheat. I don't think that is logically correct, because if a country is not part of International Grains Council, does that mean that that country should be living in poverty, or they cannot import and export food grains, so their people should starve and die? No, that is not logically possible. So that statement is incorrect. Answer is 1 only. Question number 60. Which one of the following was the latest inclusion in the Intangible Cultural Heritage List of UNESCO? Okay, this is current affairs. Chow dance, Durga Puja, Garba dance, Kumbh Mela. We discussed that in our classes. It's Garba dance. Punjab. Who was the provisional president of Constituent Assembly before Dr. Rajendra Prasad took over? C. Rajagopalachari, B. R. Ambedkar, T. T. Krishnamachari, Dr. Sachidananda Simha. Who will be the president of Constituent Assembly before Rajendra Prasad took over? We have a system called as pro-term speaker right now. What is how is pro-term speaker elected? Pro-term speaker is elected from the most senior-most member of that Lok Sabha. Just like that, the provisional president of the Constituent Assembly will be the custom of will be following a custom of selecting the senior-most member as the temporary president before the president is elected. So before Dr. Rajendra Prasad took over, who is the senior most member of the Constituent Assembly? It should be Dr. Sachidananda Simha. So answer is option D. Okay. Next, question number 62. With reference to Government of India Act of 1935, consider the following statements. These are all basics. You should be knowing this. It provided for the establishment of an All India Federation based on union of British Indian provinces and princely state. Yes, it has a provision. It had a provision for an All India Federation, but it never came up. But there was a provision, so that is correct. Defense and foreign affairs were kept under the control of federal legislature. Okay, defense and foreign affairs were under the British government. Yes, of course, that is also right. Your answer is both 1 and 2. Okay. Defense and foreign affairs should be under the central government, or the should be under the center. So that's correct. Question number 63. Which one of the following is a work attributed to playwright Bhasa? Okay. Which of the following was written by Bhasa? We already discussed all these 4 options in our current affairs discussion class. Not current affairs discussion classes, revision classes. And this question is directly asked from the source which I already mentioned, Upinder Singh's book. Okay, Kavya Alankara. This is actually written by Bamaha. We discussed that. Natya Shastra by Bharada Muni. Bharada. Mahabhashya by Patanjali. And we are left with Mathyama via Yoga. And that is by Bhasa. Answer is option C. Okay. Question number 64. Sanghabudhi, an Indian Buddhist monk who travelled to China at the end of 4th century, was the author of a commentary on. Okay, he was the author of a commentary on which book? Okay. Prajna Paramita Sutra, Vishuddhi Marga, Sarvastivada Vinaya, Lalita Visthara. Okay. Vishuddhi Marga was written by Buddha Ghosha. Buddha Ghosha lived in 5th century. So Sanghabudhi, who lived in 4th century, cannot write a commentary on a book written in 5th century. So I eliminated this one. Lalita Vistara, it's not actually a book written by a single person. It was written by many persons, and later it was unified. So you can eliminate that also. And we are left with Prajna Paramita Sutra and Sarvasti Vada Vinaya. The answer is Sarvasti Vada Vinaya. If you don't know the answer, leave it. Don't take any chances. Okay, but you can get this. You will be knowing this if you follow the correct source of these questions. Okay, the source is Upinder Singh's book. For the last 2 or 3 years, UPSC has consistently been asking ancient India questions, one from NCERT and next from this particular book. Question number 65. Consider the following properties included in World Heritage List released by UNESCO. Shantiniketan, Rani Ki Vav, Sacred Ensembles of Hoysalas, Mahabodhi Temple Complex at Bodh Gaya. How many of the above properties were included in 2023? So, which of the following became UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2023? Shantiniketan, Rani Ki Vav. Rani Ki Vav is depicted in 100 rupees note, and 100 rupees note came up in around 2018, I think. So Rani Ki Vav should be a UNESCO World Heritage Site, UNESCO World Heritage Site even way before 2018. So we can eliminate this one. Mahabodhi Temple Complex in Bodh Gaya was already a UNESCO World Heritage Site way back. So this is also eliminated. Shantiniketan, yes, it was in 2023, and Sacred Ensembles of Hoysalas in Karnataka, that is also correct. Your answer is only 2. You should be knowing current affairs. Okay. Question number 66. As per Article 368 of the Constitution, okay, the amending power of the Constitution, Article 368, the Parliament may amend any provision of the Constitution by way of addition, variation, repeal. Can Parliament amend Constitution by adding something or variation, bring variations, or can you repeal something? If you don't know, just think about it. In history, have the Parliament done anything like this? Has it added anything into the Constitution of India? Yes, it has added in the preamble of India the term secular socialist. Okay, that terms, for example, the term secular was added to the preamble of India, so addition is possible. Variation, has it changed anything? Okay, after the emergency, the 44th Amendment Act, the Parliament has changed the term internal disturbances to armed rebellion for declaring national emergency. So that is also possible. Repeal, has Parliament repealed anything from the Constitution? Yes, in the history, if you look into the history, Parliament has many times repealed some provisions of the Constitution. So it is also possible. So the answer is option D. Consider the following countries: Italy, Japan, Nigeria, South Korea, and South Africa. Which of the above countries are frequently mentioned in the media for their low birth rates or aging population or declining population? Okay, let's think logically. Aging population or declining population, low birth rates. It means that they have a higher human development. Low birth rates is associated with countries having a high human development. Okay. So, Nigeria, an African country, it's a developing nation, it will be having low HDI, so this is wrong. South Africa is also an African country, this is also wrong. Italy, Japan, South Korea, these are all countries with high human development, and it was, of course, in use for their low birth rates and aging population. If you were looking through the newspapers, if you were following current affairs, you will see this. Italy, Japan, and South Korea were in use for their aging population or declining population. So you can just think in the aspect of high human development index. Okay. So answer is 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. Answer is option A. Question number 68. Which of the following statements are correct in respect of a money bill in the Parliament? Basics from Lakshmikant. You should be knowing this. Article 109 mentions special procedure in respect of money bill. Yes. A money bill shall not be introduced in the Council of States. Can a money bill be introduced in Rajya Sabha? No, it can be introduced only in Lok Sabha. That is correct. Rajya Sabha can either approve the bill or suggest changes but cannot reject the bill. Yes, that is the basics. Rajya Sabha is powerless in the case of money bill. It can only suggest recommendations and can approve. It cannot reject it. So that is also correct. Amendments to a money bill suggested by Rajya Sabha have to be accepted by the Lok Sabha. No, I already said that Rajya Sabha is powerless in the case of money bill. They cannot say that Lok Sabha should accept our recommendation. That is not possible. The statement is wrong, which means that your answer is C. Okay, if you look into the questions from polity, you can see that it's actually simple basics. If you are well versed in polity, Lakshmikant, you can do these questions. Okay, question number 69. Which of the following is correctly matched in terms of equivalent ranks in 3 services of Indian Defence Forces? Army, Air Force and Navy, Brigadier, Major General, Major, Lieutenant Colonel, Air Commodore. Okay. This question, I would say you leave this question if you don't know. Okay, this is actually a tricky question. If you correctly know this answer, you can do that. or don't take any chances, just leave this question. Okay, I would leave this question because I actually don't know, I am confused. But still, your answer, for the sake of answer, I will say that the answer is 3 only. Okay, only option 3 is correct, all other are wrong. Question number 70. The Northeastern Council was established by the Northeastern Council Act of 1971. Subsequent to the amendment of Northeastern Council Act in 2002, the council comprises of which of the following members? So, after 2002, the Northeastern Council contains which of the following members? Governor of a constituent state. So, in Northeast India, governors are powerful. They should be a part of Northeastern Council. Yes, it's logically possible. Chief ministers of the states. Yes, they should be. 3 members to be nominated by the President of India. Yeah, President can nominate members. Yes. Home Minister of India. I don't think so, because Home Minister and Governor, if they come up, who will preside, or if both governors and home ministers are part of this Northeastern Council, who will be presiding over this council? Home Minister and Governor, there will be a clash in case of this order of precedence. So I think Home Minister should be eliminated. Your answer should be 1, 2 and 3. Okay. How many delimitation commissions have been constituted by the government of India till December 2023? Simple fact, 4. Yes. 72. The Constitution 71st Amendment Act 1992 amends the 8th schedule to the Constitution to include which of the following languages? Konkani, Manipuri, Nepali, Maithili. Eliminate Maithili. Okay, Maithili was added on later along with some other languages like Dongri. Maithili was added on, I think it's in 2002, I think, 92nd Amendment Act. Okay, basic amendment acts, you should be knowing the basic amendments. So answer is 1, 2 and 3. A. Consider the following pairs. Bharatiya Janasangh, its leader, Dr. Shyam Prasad Mukherjee. Bharatiya Janasangh, the predecessor of today's Bharatiya Janata Party. Who was the leader of that? It was Dr. Shyam Prasad Mukherjee. That is correct. You should be knowing this. Socialist Party, C. Rajagopalachari. No, Socialist Party was founded by Acharya Narendra Dev and Meenu Masani. Modern India. You should be knowing this. This is wrong. Congress for Democracy, Jagjeevan Ram. Yes, that is correct. Swatantra Party. It was formed by C. Rajagopalachari. That is wrong. Okay. So this is our interchanged here. Your answer is only 2. Question number 74. Which of the following statements are correct about the Constitution of India? The powers of the municipalities are given in Part 9A of the Constitution. Yes, parts of the Constitution, basics, you should be knowing this. That is correct. Emergency provisions are given in part of the Constitution. Part 8 of the Constitution. Yes, that is correct. Provisions related to the amendments of the Constitution are given in Part 20 of the Constitution. Amendment provisions. Yes, that is also correct. Your answer is 1, 2 and 3. Question number 75. Which one of the following statements is correct as per the Constitution of India? Interstate trade and commerce is a state subject under the state list. Okay, interstate trade and commerce should be part of, logically it should be part of union list. Okay, otherwise problems will arise. So it is wrong. Interstate migration is a state subject under state list. Interstate migration also, if it's in the state list, it will create problems. So better it should be in union list. This is wrong. Interstate quarantine is a union subject under union list. Interstate quarantine, logically it should be under the union list. That can be right. Corporation tax or corporate tax is a state subject under state list. No, corporate tax is under union list. Union finance minister during budget presentations, they talk about the corporate tax. Okay, so this is actually wrong. Your answer is option C.